After a record-breaking 76 days, President Donald Trump has signed a bill to end the Department of Homeland Security shutdown.
The measure restores funding for the TSA, Secret Service, FEMA, and the Coast Guard through September, but there is a major catch. The legislation does exclude ICE and Border Patrol.
Scripps News Group's Nate Reed joining us live from Washington this morning with some breaking news because, Nate, you have some exclusive details on a bill being sponsored by Arizona Senator Mark Kelly that could help TSA agents, and I know you really had to work your sources behind the scenes for this one.
Well, good morning, Nick and Kelly. And yes, this is breaking news here. First on ABC 15, news of this new bill called the Federal Worker Credit Protection Act of 2026. It was just introduced moments ago by Senator Mark Kelly, the Democrat from Arizona, co-sponsored, by the way, by Senator Ruben Gallego, the other Democratic senator from Arizona. This bill came from Senator Kelly, meeting with TSA workers a few weeks ago during the shutdown at Phoenix Sky Harbor International Airport, as TSA agents went without pay for so much of this shutdown, and that funded yesterday, which ultimately lawmakers were able to do. President Trump signing that bill to fund 90% of the Department of Homeland Security. Obviously, ICE and Border Patrol, those are still an issue. But let's talk a little bit about the Federal Worker Credit Protection Act of 2026. The senator saying in a statement just moments ago to ABC 15 and the Scripps News Group, quote, federal workers shouldn't be punished even more because of a government shutdown that isn't their fault. Now let's delve into what this bill does. It would prohibit consumer credit reporting agencies from reporting adverse information on federal workers during a government shutdown and for 30 days after. It would also allow federal workers to then correct adverse information that is already on their credit report due to a shutdown. Now, there were so many employees, federal employees, who had to take out loans. They missed payments. They had to call out of work in order to take care of their children or family members. And ultimately, what this bill would do would be give them a little bit of grace, at least with credit reporting agencies, if they're not able to pay their bills when they're actually not getting any cash in the bank. Many of these workers went without pay for an incredibly long, extended period of time. It contributed to those long lines, like at TSA checkpoints that we saw all across the country and at Phoenix Sky Harbor Airport. And now Senator Mark Kelly trying to take action with this bill. In terms of its future, it's not clear if it's going to come up for a vote. But in the past, there has been positive movement, Nick and Kelly, on these bills that try and help federal employees who otherwise are stuck in a financial hole due to an ongoing government shutdown. A lot of questions about whether when Congress comes back in the middle of this month, after this week-long recess, whether this could come up for a vote. Senator Kelly, by the way, introducing this bill this morning exclusively here on ABC 15 and the Scripps News Group, the Federal Worker Credit Protection Act of 2026, again, to try and make sure that these workers are not adversely affected if they miss payments while they're not getting a paycheck.
And really through no fault of their own, right? These are families who've been caught up in all this. These people showing up for work, not getting paid, true community heroes.
Yeah, and in some cases,
right.
I mean, we've heard of folks losing their homes or being behind on rent and having to go to food banks and things like that.
Government jobs, Nick, are often thought of as fairly stable employment. And ultimately, for many of these workers, they're finding themselves without pay in a job that would otherwise be expected to be quite stable. So the goal here, again, to help some of these federal employees who did not sign up to be in the middle of this political fight between Republicans and Democrats over funding for the Department of Homeland Security. By the way, ICE enforcement funding and Border Patrol funding, that's something that Republicans have said they'll address on their own, passing tens of billions of dollars for those without any Democrat support because of the lack of agreement there. But the goal here, again, to try and help those federal workers caught in the middle of all of it.
The craziness needs to stop. Nate Reed live for us from our nation.